Jai Hind students, you are welcome once again to live session of English. And today once again we are going to study the same chapter which we studied in our previous class, that is chapter number 3, Should Wizard Hit Mummy by John Optic. And today we will study uh, part 4 of this story. And as in previous class we had studied that when Roser Skunk got a good smell from Wizard, he was quite happy. He played throughout the day, and while he was coming, when he came to his house, he was quite happy and excited. And by this, the Joe was also excited, and she thought that story got a happy ending, but it was not so. Jack told that still that interesting part of the story is left. So what is the that interesting part? What is the climax of the story which Jack wanted to tell to Joe? We will study today. So for this, first of all, that I am going to share the story on your screen. Let us see. Now you can see students here that story we are going to study from here. Page number 52 we have done the first paragraph of page number 53. Now we are going to proceed from here, from the second paragraph of page number 53, I think. Yes. Now see what happened. Jack did not like women. She thought the story was all over, she thought, means Joe thought that story was all over, and she was quite excited as her hero Roser Skunk had got a good smelling of roses, and he was quite happy when he reached his home. But Jack did not like women when they took anything for granted. But Jack did not like this feminine nature and Joe, since Joe was a girl, that she had also that kind of feminine nature. He realized that she takes anything like women take anything for granted, and he liked them apprehensive, and Jack wanted that they should be a little bit uh, doubtful and hanging on his words. And now, Joe, are you listening? In order to draw her attention once again towards the story, that Joe asked her that whether she was listening the story still. Yes, she said positively, as she was quite attentive still, because this is very interesting. Roser Skunk's because then Jack told that this part of the story which he was going to tell was even more interesting, was very interesting. And so he told that Roser Skunk's mommy said, "What's that awful smell?" And when Roser Skunk came, he was quite happy, very excited. Throughout the day he played along with his friends, other creatures of woodlands. And earlier that he was quite sad because nobody, means no not any other creature was playing with him. So he was segregated. He was standing alone. He could watch only them playing, and nobody likes his company. But this time, when his bad smelling, stinky smelling was changed into good smelling like roses, he had a lot of friends, he had a lot of company, means all other creatures played with him, and he also played throughout the day. He was quite excited, and when he reached at home he was quite happy. And then Roger Skunk's mummy said, but when he reached uh, at his home, then the twist began. As when Roger Skunk's mummy came and she saw him, she asked, what's that awful smell, that awful, terrible, bad smell? What is that bad, that terrible smell? Then what? Means he was quite surprised. Roger Skunk was quite surprised that his mummy was unable to recognize her own son's identity, her own son's smell. That was the, the bad part uh, of him. And Roger Skunk said, it's me, mummy. Then he will have to reveal his identity, that it's me, mummy. He said that it's me, mummy, it's Roger Skunk. Why he had to tell this? Because that his original smell, that was the stinky smell, bad smell, which was the originality, which was the identity of skunk's race, was lost, and he had got another smell, that was a good smell of roses, but it was good to Roser, but it was not good, it was not a good smell for the mother. So I smell like roses, and very excitedly he told that it is me, mummy, that I am smelling like roses. And she said, who made you smell like that? And then she was angry. The mother, Roger Skunk's mother, was angry to feel that terrible bad smell of roses. And who made you smell like that? And she asked immediately to him that who had made you smell like roses. And he said, the wizard. And since he was a child, he was quite innocent, and innocently that he told that his smell was changed by the wizard, the magician. And she said, well, of all the nerve, you come with me, and we are going right back to that very awful wizard. And she became angry, and immediately that she told that come with me, and we are going right back to the that very awful, that terrible wizard. And she wanted to restore his original smell, means that stinky smell. Now children, you can see here that difference of opinion. For Roger Skunk, who was a child who does not have any experience of life, he feels quite happy to get that good smell, sweet smell of roses, because he does not understand the importance of his original smell. But it has been recognized, it has been realized well by the mother. Mother understands well what is good and what is bad for her child, and that's why that good smell losing the stinky smell, original smell, means that was the uniqueness, that was their identity of the skunk race. Skunk race exist and recognized because of their stinky smell. And not only that she also realized that he is protected, means Roger Skunk was a child, and he was being protected because of that stinky smell. He is out of danger, and if he loses that bad smell, that he could also be in danger, and the identity of skunk race is also in danger. She did not realize that feel of her own son from that good smelling of roses. So that's why she was quite furious, and immediately she took Rosa skunk and uh, went back to the terrible wizard. Jo sat up, her hands dabbling in the air with genuine fright. Now she was frightened. Jo was frightened, who herself was a child, was listening the story. She was just, innocent child of 4 years. For her, that that she was living in the world of fantasy, world of romance. She does not have for she does not have any place for ugliness, and Roser Skunk was her hero. She realized that means he should smell good like roses. He should not be stinky. He should not smell bad. And then, when Jack told that she was furious, Roser's skunk's mother was furious, and she took him to the wizard. That Joe sat up immediately, and that she was with genuine fright, and she was afraid also. But daddy, then he said about the other little animals run away, and she raised a question to Jack, her father, that uh, but daddy, means he was about other little animals run away, because no other animals were playing with him with his stinky smell. Her hands skittered off into the underbrush. Her hand was there, means inside the cover, but still that she was, that moving her hand in anger. All right, he said, but mummy, all the other little animals run away. And she said that I don't care. Now see here that uh, Jack proceeded with the story and said that all right. He said, means Rosa skunk asked to her mother, but mummy, all the other little animals run away, means they were running away from me, means they don't come closer to me, they don't play with me because of my stinky smell. But mother said that I don't care. I don't care, mother said. For a mother, her own son is everything. She loved, a mother loves her child more than anybody. And that's why she told that I don't care for others. You smelled the way a little skunk should have, and I'm going to take you right back to that wizard. She told that you should smell like a skunk smell, and I'm going to take you right back to that wizard. And that's why means I am taking you right back to the wizard. Mother, this is the nature of the mother, that her love and affection will not be diminished, because of she loves her child irrespective of color, uh, size, smell. She does shape. She does not care for all that. For every mother, her own child is everything. She loved equally, because the mother gives a selfless love and affection to her child, and it has also been shown, and she knows what is good and what is bad for her child more than anybody else. So that's why she told she didn't care for anybody else. She cares only for her own child, that is Roser skunk. And she took an umbrella and went back with Roser skunk and hit that wizard right over the head. And she was quite furious, quite angry, and she, along with her, she took an umbrella, and when she reached there, she hit very hard on the head of the wizard, and forced him to restore Roser skunk's original smell, that is the stinky smell. And no, Jo said, and put her hand out to touch his lips. And but Joe was not agreed with this act of Roger Skunk's mother. So she said and no, and after that she also wanted to put her finger uh, on the lips of her father not to tell anything more about the story in that way. And yet even in her agitation, in her anger, did not quite dare to stop the source of the truth. But the truth was that whatever Jack was going to tell, but she could not stop him. Inspiration came to her. Now she was inspired, and then the wizard hit her. Now uh, she was inspired from inside, and then she told. Then the wizard hit her on the head and did not change that little skunk back. Now, students, see that this is the ending. That was the ending. Um, um, Ending of the original story, means that was the Jack's ending. And now here let us see that what she wants the story to end with. And Joe wanted that when Skunk's mother took him to the wizard, and then instead of mother, the wizard hit Skunk's mother on her head and did not change that little skunk back. This kind of a change in the storyline that she wanted, this kind of ending Joe wanted in the story. But no, he said. And but Jack told that no, that did not happen. Rather, the wizard said, okay. And Roger Skunk did not smell of roses anymore. And wizard agreed, and he did not have any problem to restore his original smell, to change the good smell into bad one. And the Roger Skunk did not smell roses anymore. And in this way, wizard by forced by being forced by her his mother, Skunk's mother, wizard changed the good smell into bad one and restored its original smell. And he smelled very bad again, and Roger Skunk started smelling very badly once again. But the other little animal, means still she was not agreed. Joe was not agreed with this ending, and then she asked to her father Jack that, but other animals were not playing with him, she wanted to say. Johnny. Now see, children, I have already told that her actual name is Johnny. Joe's actual name is Johnny, and Johnny is shortened as Joe. So Jack told the Johnny, it's daddy's story. Shall daddy not tell you any more stories? Now he threatened her that this is the daddy's story, so ending will also be according to daddy, means according to him. And shall daddy not, and he threatened her that if she will hesitate like that, that she will not tell any more stories to her any longer. And her broad face looked at him through sifted light, astounded. Now she was quite shocked, astounded, she was quite surprised. And this is what happened. Then Roger Skunk and his mummy went home, and they heard. And in this way, that after that, when Roger Skunk got his original bad smelling once again, both of them, means Roger Skunk and his mummy, both came back to their house, and his mummy went home, and they heard woo woo, and it was the choo-choo train bringing daddy skunk home from Boston. And when they came, they could hear the funny sound. Children, this story was also another aspects of the story. You can see that it is also very humorous. There are so many places that we find that it is full of humor, and this is also one of the example that the funny sound which uh, train creates, then they realize that uh, um, skunk's father was coming by the train from Boston, and they had lima beans. And after that, because that mummy was very happy, skunk was also very happy, and then had lima beans, celery, liver, mashed potatoes, and pie. Oh my, as a dessert, it is a sweet dish. And in this way they ate along with, means Rosa's skunk along with his parents took a hearty meal, and he was very happy. And when Rosa skunk was in bed, mummy skunk came up and hugged him and said he smelled like her little baby skunk again. Now see students here, that when Rosa skunk was in bed, now at that time she was quite happy when Rosa skunk restored the original smell of bad smelling. And uh, Rose's skunk was in bed. Mummy skunk came up and hugged him. And because that earlier, that just before this, that when he came after having good smell like roses, when he reached home, that mummy even did not recognize him because of his smell. But when the he had been restored with the uh, bad smell, the original skunk's smell, then she even started loving her. She showered her love and affection towards him. But without the original smell, he was deprived of the love and affection of her mother. And her little baby skunk again, and she loved him very much, and then she started loving her very much. And that's the end of the story. And in this way, that story was ended with its real ending. And but she was still not satisfied with the ending of the story. She asked to her father, Jack, but daddy, what? Then did the other animals run away? Then she was curious to know that what happened with other animals. Mother started, loving and showering her love to him, but what happened with other animals? She wanted to know that whether other animals also accepted his bad smelling. No, because eventually they got used to the way he was and did not mind it at all. And then after that, Jack told that no, because eventually, ultimately they, means other animals also got used to the way he was, means they also, other animals also had become habitual to his original smell, that is the stinky smell, and did not mind it all, and they did not mind his bad smelling, and they did not avoid him, rather they accepted Roser skunk with his stinky smell. What's eventuality? What means in a little while, then that mm, Jack told, it means that what's eventually means in a little, it means in a little while. That was a stupid mummy. She told that was a stupid mummy, means still she did not agree with the act of skunk's mummy, and that's why she told her that she was a stupid mummy. So now student, what you have to do, that what do you think was Joe's problem? Okay, that I'm going to stop the story here. The remaining part of the story we will study in our next class. And uh, by this time, that as I told you earlier, that you have to attempt all these questions, read and find out. Children, it will be very helpful for you if along with the story, while the story is continued, and at that time you have a better understanding of the story, and if you can attempt these short answer type questions in 30 to 40 words each, it will be easier for you to understand. Like this, for example, that let us take this question: what do you think was Joe's problem? What was the Joe's problem? That easily you can give the answer of this on the basis of the understanding of the paragraphs which have been explained today. What was Joe's problem? Easily you can understand, and you can tell that Joe Joe was a sensitive girl. On the basis of the story we have known, and she did not like Roger Skunk's mother, and the wizard made roses smell like roses. It is also fact. But she wanted her father to tell what was her problem. Her problem was that she wanted her father to tell her a story in which wizard hit Roser's mother with his magic wand, magic stick, and she insisted that her father Jack would make that necessary change in the story line. So this could be understood by you easily, and you try to do that, and also write the answer of such type of questions in your notebook. And remaining part of the story we will study tomorrow, and we will also discuss rest of the questions of the lesson. So that's all for today, students. And tomorrow the remaining part of the story we will study tomorrow, and we will also discuss the rest of the textual questions. I will also give you some additional questions to attempt. That's all for today, students. Thank you and have a nice day.